0191 477 2000. Oh, wait on. I think I've just... Keith, get Keith back. We need Keith. I've pressed the wrong button. We'll talk to Daniel now. Daniel.
Hello, mate.
Hiya, Dan. How's it gone?
I'm all right, mate.
Good lad. Where are you phoning from?
Crook.
Oh, Dan, matey. We're inundated with the crooks. What can we do for you, like?
I'm talking about my ex-girlfriend, Louise. She was on your show about half an hour ago.
Yeah, your ex-girlfriend, Louise. Yes, 3 weeks you've been going out with each other, and you split with her. That's it. Am I right? Yeah, go on.
Well, she's got it all wrong, Mike.
She was, never. Women do.
The only reason I split up with her is because she was like my cousin.
She?
Every time that we had an argument, I'd walk out and she'd start crying.
Well, girls do.
Exactly.
Girls do this a lot.
And I moved away from my cousin for, just to move away because I couldn't handle it no more.
Why your cousin? I mean, see, what's this? Have you got a relationship with your cousin or something, or?
No, I was living with my cousin.
But not sexually?
No.
Right. And you met this Louise, but you see, what I'm trying to get at is that every time we have a row and I walked out, well, this doesn't seem pretty good equipment for a good relationship. Every time I have a row and I walk out, you started crying.
Yeah.
You know, that seems to me you didn't have a relationship in the first place.
Well, for the first couple of weeks we was all right. We had the odd few arguments and I just left it. But then we had 6 or 7 in 1 week.
Arguments?
The 2 weeks.
And who started them?
She did.
She started how? Did she nag you or something, or did she want things?
Yeah, especially when we went out at night time.
What did she want, like?
Well, sex probably.
Oh, you can't. What a terrible thing to say. That's not a mark of a gentleman. You don't go and say things like that on my radio show when there's a girl not here. You don't do things like that. You're a blackguard, sir. A blackguard. You are. Are you going out with somebody else?
No.
So you've just finished with and you want an end to it. She's broken-hearted, she reckons.
Well, I don't think she is. Well, she doesn't show it.
But you still see her?
Yeah, I see her near enough every day, and that we talk. We get on better now than we did when we went out. Well,
she's carrying the flame. The flame is there, and she said if she meets you in the street, you might lamp the lass. Are you with? You know, that's a flame that's being carried here. You know, so I think you have to next time you talk to her, sit her down and tell her what's what and what's not and what's hot and everything else. And then say, end of story. And I would say probably you need a good 2 to 3 months not seeing each other, cooling it off.
Yeah.
That's the sensible thing to do. But don't be a blackguard. Don't come on and besmirch the name of the maiden. Because we're gentlemen on this show. Are we not?
We are.
We are gentlemen.
Yeah.
Right. Start off. 0191 477 2000.
The icon has landed. He's Mike the Mouth Elliott, and you can call him now. 0191 477 2000.
Hello. Welcome to the show. 0191 477 2000. That's the number to ring. Lottie Lundquist, the girl from Stavanger, is taking calls as I very well speak, so give us a bell. Lottie will take the call, pass it on to me. I'll have a bit gob with you, whatever you want to talk about. The world is your scampi fries here. So just dive in by picking up the phone and listening to Bertie.
Call Mike the Mouth now. 0191 477 2000.
Thank you, and we'll talk to Keith. Oh, there you are. Keith.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Not so bad.
Not too bad?
Yourself?
Ish. So where are you phoning from?
I'm from Beaconlough and Gateshead.
Oh, Beaconlough. And Gateshead. We've had a Beaconlough, aye. So what can we do for you, Keith, from Beaconlough?
This guy that was on before.
Just a minute. Can you turn the radio down, Keith? Because I'm getting you and my voice. Just move it out the place or get it out the way of the phone. Right. So I'm hearing myself a lot here and I'm not clear.
Yes, I know.
That's better now. So I just want to hear you. So this guy who
says his mate in the army he done this and he done that.
Oh, the girl who's 9 months later, and he's done a runner, aye.
I'm not going to go into too much of that, but as a sort of story, boys don't do things like that. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So It's supposed to be close in the community.
What is, the soldiers?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're not telling me that
Hey,
the
man, I'm
squaddy,
telling you, man.
squaddies haven't put a lass pregnant and then done a runner.
Well, squaddies, wait. I
Oh,
wouldn't
hey.
deny it. Squaddies pump off, you know.
Well,
But
good.
off and,
Of course they do.
but why did his mate run away? I think his mate's totally to blame with that, like.
Well, I think so. You know, you if you're a man, you accept the responsibilities of your actions.
That's it. But this kid that was on the phone,
Oh, well, he's a dipstick.
totally 100%.
Dipstick?
I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it on the phone. You know.
Well, you're not allowed to say that on the phone, Keith, but
I couldn't say it.
I think we know what you mean, though.
But when he's there, how would I put it? Squash note.
Well, you can put it any way you like.
That's easy. Squash
So
note.
what you're saying basically is that the
Right.
lad who done the runner is well out of order.
Aye.
I think so.
There's a could have on that, but he should have owned up.
Well, what she can do, the mother, she can insist, because he's in the army especially, that he
Aye.
take a blood test.
Oh,
and then
right, aye.
then they put the DNA sample in.
DNA and all that.
And the army will insist on him doing that. And then the next thing he finds, he may well find that his debt of honour has come home to stick on his nose. So that'd be interesting. But it depends
It
if
would.
she wants him. Maybe she doesn't want him in her life. Who knows?
I know.
You know?
Where's she? You know what I mean?
I mean, if I was her father, I mean, first of all, I'll kick him from one end of the town to the next. But that would be it. Then he's out of the world. I don't want him anywhere near me grandbairn.
Oh, neat. Right. Apart from that, right, we're getting this thing about homosexuality things, you know?
What was that? Rampant in the army.
Right. Not the army, right?
Rampant in the army. There's no messing
Well-
around. Rampant in the army, the navy, and the air force. But let's not mess around. You can't
Right.
have
I know. Navy.
30,000 men and say there's no homosexuals there.
I would say Navy, yeah.
Well, the navy and the army, man. You can't just say-
Not the
Get
army.
away. In the commandos, hey man, they found out that the guy who founded the SAS was probably gay.
Do you
The
reckon?
guy who, well, that's what the books are coming out now saying.
All the books you read are like, can I say it? It's like total crap.
No, they're not total crap. How can
They're
you say
crap.
books are total crap? Just because you
total
disagree with it.
crap.
The leader, who was it? Not Wingate. Who was it? It was Colonel. What do they call the guy who formed the basically SAS? God, what do they call him? His name's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, his second in command was definitely maybe gay.
The Billy, yeah.
No, not the Billy. Yeah, no, I'm talking about the guy in the 1940s.
Oh, hey, man. I wasn't born then.
It's the Long Range Patrol Group. It was called then. The
I was-
Long Range Sullivan.
I wasn't even
Sullivan.
born then.
Oh, Sterling. That was
Sterling,
the guy.
aye.
Sterling. And there's books out that says he was homosexual. So it didn't take, there's always been. And I didn't think squaddies in the SAS would bother one way or the other. SAS certainly wouldn't bother.
What type of book are you reading?
This is a biography about him, written by people who knew him. We're not talking about a cowboy and Indian novel. We're talking about a proper biography. But what's wrong with that? If I'm in the mob and there's a guy next to me who's homosexual, I'm not going to care. If the enemy are coming at me, we're fighting them together.
Aye. Right.
Right, that's what you should count. Is patriotism. If you're turning around to say a homosexual isn't patriotic, that is the biggest part of guff.
No.
Because
no,
they
I
reckon
don't say that, no.
Lord Mountbatten was homosexual or bisexual.
When I was a bomb Northern Ireland.
He died in Southern Ireland, but he was reckoned to be bisexual.
Aye.
So, and he was a soldier
He wasn't a soldier.
and a navy, and all his men revered him.
He was a member of the Queen's family. He wasn't a soldier.
He was a soldier, man. Lord
He
Louis
was a man.
Mountbatten. Of course he is.
Louis
No,
Mountbatten.
he was in charge of the Kelly. He was captain of the Kelly that got sunk.
Load of
Where,
crap.
man?
Load of crap.
Oh, well, get up and... Nothing, no. God, talking the brick walls there. But what's so what? This was mad, I don't like the idea of women being in the services. And the idea that somehow the Europe are talking about, that they've got to feminise the services to, I want the army and the navy, they're there to be killing machines. First, foremost and last, killing machines. They're there to go out and kill on behalf of me, this country. I don't want them to be social services. I don't want them to be part of a Janet and John scheme. Well, they'll come in and help humanitarian-wise and stuff. But the first line is they're there to kill people. I don't know what people understand. Now, Europe is talking about feminising it and putting it at a human fist. It's not Europe. The next thing, what are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, it's an unfair world if somebody's blind or in, problem with legs, in a wheelchair, that they can't be in the army. Yeah, sorry, but I accept that. I do not want a blind person to be given a gun and sent to the front line. It's a waste of bloody bullets. You know? So let's get things in reality here. Yeah, what you want is a killing, fighting force. And that means, I believe, that women are not up to that. I don't want women dehumanised. I don't want women masculinised. You know, I think, yes, there are jobs for women in that, but not in the front line. Not up the front. Not having, sometimes, in some cases, to fight man to man and to kill with your bare hands. I don't like that. I don't think women need to do that. What do you think? 0191 477 2000. Sarah.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, you're very faint. Are you there?
I am, I'm here.
Ah, there you are. Welcome to the show.
I'd like to talk about neighbours.
Neighbours, not the television programme, I guess.
No, some neighbours are nosy.
Some neighbours are nosy.
And some aren't.
Well, that's called the neighbourhood watch, isn't it?
Where I live, I've got 3 nosy neighbours and I've got one who's absolutely fabulous.
Right, you live on where? Do you live in a house or a estate or what?
In Pegswood.
So you live in an area, right? Didn't say too much, because you got to live with these people, and they might well be listening.
Well, where I live, I've got 4 new people and 4 who are really, really old.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are really, really nosy and they can't miss a thing, but I've got one neighbour and she's absolutely brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And I just want to say that not all neighbours are nosy and not all neighbours are not.
When you say nosy, how do you mean? You know, is this looking out for each other? Is that what you're talking? Not, or what are you talking?
Like where I live, I've got 3 neighbours who don't miss a thing. Every time someone comes in, or every time someone goes out of my house, they're always there. The curtains are twitching.
But isn't that good? I mean, see, if anybody's robbing you or stuff like that, there's somebody who's watching and maybe got a, you know.
There's always someone watching my house, which is a good thing, but it's a bad thing because they don't miss a thing.
But what sort of things are they missing? Somebody coming to your door. I mean, so what, are you running a brothel?
No, I'm not running the brothel.
Right, so it's people coming to your door, friends coming to the door, and they're just checking.
They're knowing who they are and
Right.
they know who they are.
Yeah.
But I would like to say hello to my one brilliant neighbour who's called Susan.
And she's a good friend as well.
She's absolutely brilliant. She's like my second mum.
Oh well, that's good.
I would just like to say hello to her because I know she's listening now.
Well done. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give her a fanfare. Well,
that's for the brilliant neighbour called Susan.
That's for Susan, who's a brilliant neighbour, and good neighbours are a bonus in your life.
Honestly, she's absolutely brilliant. She watches, but she watches for the right things. And she'll do anything for us, whereas some neighbours just watch to see who's coming to your door.
Well, some I mean, they might be lonely. It might be a little bit of pleasure for them. They're going, she's got, that lad's there, and look at that. There's a bit of company for them, maybe, in their lonely lives. There's nothing you can do if they're entitled to look out the windows any time they like, so there's nothing you can do to stop them.
Aye, that's true.
You know, it's a free country to look out your window, and I'm afraid it's a free country to look at people. Which I'm glad it is. But you've got one good neighbour, and have you made friends with these other neighbours? Have you tried to make friends?
Yeah, we've tried, but we've made friends with them. But we'll go out on a Friday night and we'll come in about 10:30, 11:15 on a Friday night, and they're at their window.
But that's good, man. I tell you, man, there's people living here would be key out of the country would be loving that. Somebody's keeping an eye on you. Somebody's keeping an eye on your property. Yeah. Anybody, they know you're out. If they hear a sound in that house, it can't be you. They'll phone the police. Yeah. You know, that's got to be good. You know, that has got to be good. And what you should do this Christmas is send them all a nice card, right?
Uh-huh.
And maybe a box of chocolates each, and just say, hey, thanks for being a good neighbour, and keeping an eye on us, and that would be good. Do you live by yourself, like?
I do, yeah.
Well, that's what you want. They're looking after you. They might be nosy, but their nosiness might just save you a bit.
Brilliant.
So, a card and a box of chocolates saying thanks, and thanks for keeping an eye on us. What?
Can I say a couple of hellos?
Go on then.
Can I say hello to Susan Clark, my neighbour?
Oh, well, she's got her name in now. She's mentioning names now, right?
Sorry, can I say hello to Susan, my neighbour?
Yeah.
Can I say hello to Philip Lamb? And everyone else that knows us.
Everyone else that knows Sarah, right?
Brilliant.
Have a nice Christmas. 01914 477 2000, would you believe? My goodness me. Hey, dear me. John will come to you after the 11 o'clock news because we're boogieing around here. Who's left? I've got this book. Coleman Balls, Private Eye. That's good, these. Football's always easy when you've got the ball. Kevin Keegan. Oh, God. This football is a good, there's that Martin O'Neill, manager of Celtic. The best thing for them to do, that's Ireland, is to stay at 0-0 until they score a goal. I often wonder where they come from with these. I wonder have we got any Bobby Moncur or Malcolm MacDonald, Harry Gator, Bernie Slavin's Coleman Balls? Hey, God, I'm thinking. I'm trying to see if there's any from up here. Surely there must be one by our team, but no, I can't find one. Mary Walker's the classic, of course. Can't find any of his now. No. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, I'll have to have a look. Yeah, I usually get them for Christmas. Private Eyes. I always read Private Eye. Great magazine. Great. 01914 477 2000. We're going up to the 11 o'clock news. Give us a bell. That's the number. 01914 477 2000. And John will be coming to you after the news. So just hang tight there, tiddly bit. It'll only be a few minutes. And then we're in the last hour, by the way. It's the last hour of the sexiest show on British Radio. The sexiest show. And we actually, we're going on the World Wide Web. We're on the World Wide Web. Some people are putting us on it. Did you know that? World Wide Web. But anyway, we'll see you after the news. Mon and Miss.